Hello, Mr. Dolphin here. Today I'm going to be showing you a way to farm blueprints, armor, gear, weapons very quickly in Lost Colony. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, and let's jump right into it. Alright, so in order to do this, you need to raise your hostile level to 50, and you're going to need a Bellwing, a Talocolio, the following structures. You're going to need some walls. I'm going to have 20 here, but you can maybe 15. I'm gonna have 15 foundations, 2 gates, and 10 ramps. Alright guys, so what you're gonna need is you're gonna need a Bellwing, a Talocolio. You're gonna need the following structures. I'm gonna have 15 foundations, 2 dino gates, 10 ramps. I'm using 20 walls, a generator. You can also use a battery because you need to power the cartridge. Battery, flak or flak armor, any kind of armor, food, water, a shield, and something to power the cartridge. I'm gonna use a generator, but you could also use a battery. If you have dino binoculars unlocked, you can use that, or you can just magnifying glass. If you have any of the mods, you can use to check the stats of a dino. And yes, you're gonna need a Bellwing. And Talocolio is the most important part here. The Talocolio level doesn't matter because the Talocolio just does bleed damage. All you need to do is level up HP. So you also need to raise your hostile level to 50. And what you're gonna do is gonna spawn the Neophytes between the hour every night between 20 hours and 5 a.m. So you want to raise your hostile level before that time hits. So you can basically do this anywhere in the city, but we're gonna use this location. This is at 43.5 and 50.7. You're gonna have to clear some of the creatures that are gonna be here. Some you just have to clear this area. They want to spawn here again. This is why a Bellwing is very useful. If you have a high level Bellwing, it will help you clear this. And Talocolio is mostly for dealing with the Neophyte. And this location is pretty good for luring the Neophyte. So I'm going to place a gate here at the entrance. Doesn't have to be perfect. Okay. And I'm going to place my foundations right. Clear this rock. And place my foundations right here. There we go. So I'm using 2, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 foundations, about 10. Next you're going to use your walls and you're going to turn them into a single door, single gateway. I'm going to turn them like this, place them here, because this is a trap for the Neophyte. I'm going to have one extending out. And you want to build this trap before you raise your level, by the way. You don't want to do this when you have your high level. And I'm going to get the ramp. I'm going to place it like this, and then I'm going to place the small one. Like this. Because we don't want Neophyte to escape. I'm missing a wall here. A wall here. And this is essentially the trap. Now I do use a second gate just in case I messed up, he gets stuck. you can place a second gate right here. That's basically it. Let's take a couple foundations because I need it for my bed. You can use a battery, or you can use a generator, because we need this for cryon and spawning our talicolio. Equip my shield, and we're gonna have to place some beds. Pretty much anywhere that's saved. Alright, so what you're gonna do is, once you have 50 hostile, a Neophyte will spawn, and he will start hunting you. There we go, one just spawn. Make sure every time you do this, once you have 50 hostile, and clear this whole area, that you are not inside this church, because then the Neophyte would jump inside the church, kill your bed, kill your talicolio, kill your bellwind, and there goes all your progress. Summon that. Dodge. I'm gonna lure into my trap. Close the gate. And go hit my shield. And there we go. That is my Neophyte trap. Now I'll show you this is an official server. And the next thing we're gonna do, I'm gonna use my talicolio. And I'm gonna summon my bellwind, because my bellwind is gonna help me heal my talicolio. Now you don't need to have bellwind, but we originally used the bellwind to transfer all the gear. You know, like I said, you're gonna need the foundations. I have a tech here, but you can use just normal gen, battery, and then you're gonna need a storage, a bowl, or storage. For any storage, just store stuff on your bellwind and keep your bellwind on passive. So next thing we're gonna do is the talicolio, and you think this is gonna happen a few times. My talicolio is so neutral. That's why the shield comes in handy. But the talicolio, what he's gonna do, he's gonna bleed this guy a few times. And look at the damage he does, just one bite. Because talicolio does big damage. So it's gonna start losing HP very quickly, very fast. And you can keep your distance, I mean, like, you can stand at the end of the foundation and still be able to hit him. Again. I think the bleed does most of the work. And there we go. And then you get all this gear. You can also get blueprints this way. And the next thing you gotta do right away is store your stuff, because you're gonna get another message that another Neophyte's coming. So you got a couple seconds, because the next one will spawn. And once again, you want to do this, you want to store stuff, move on, wait for the next one to spawn, and trap him again, and rinse and repeat. There we go, that's the next one. And if he's not coming down, you can shoot him, but 90% of the time, they will come down. So, and every time you kill a Neophyte, it will come with a higher level Neophyte every time, up all the way up to level 300. And you're gonna repeat the same process. I'm gonna trap him again. And there we go. And you're gonna rinse and repeat this same method, and you're gonna end up with a lot of loot. You can also get blueprints. I got a Mastercraft chainsaw. Just started doing this again today. And you're gonna just keep getting blueprints. You're gonna get armor, blueprints, gear, resources, ammo, and things like that.